Good afternoon, everyone. Got to strike the stage here. Obviously not a union staff, so, you know. Anyway, I'm Tino Roncone. I'm a resident here of the great, strong city of Strongsville. Thank you. I'm also the communications chair here at Strongsville GOP. And I'm here to introduce a candidate for the governor of the great state of Ohio, Joe Blystone. Joe's a self-described constitutional conservative that calls Canal Winchester his home. Joe was born in East Liverpool, Ohio, and a lifelong Ohio resident and farmer. Joe understands that Ohio residents and Ohioans' freedoms are at stake in the next gubernatorial election, and now is the time to take them back. Joe says he wants to restore all of our freedoms that an overreaching government has taken away for all Ohioans. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Joe Blystone.
Wow. Hey, this is wonderful, folks. Just a farmer like me, getting the attention that I've received here in the past few months. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Sorry, I'm just a little nervous up here, you know. You know, I love this state. I love this country. You know, I'm a family guy. I love teaching children on my farm. You know, let me just talk to you about my farm, what I do for a living. You know, we have a farm down there, 83 acres in Canal Winchester. We run a cow-calf to feedlot operation. Back in 2004, we built a packing house. At that point, we were feeding out about 1,000 lambs a year. I had about a dozen Somalians working for me, and we were supplying meat to the ethnic folks. In 2008, my then wife, I lost her to melanoma skin cancer. And and it was hard. You know, you reprioritize your life, you know, what you should be doing. You ask question why this happened. And you pick up the broken pieces and you go on. You know, at that point in time, I didn't know where my life was going. It was kind of dark. I had a business running my packing house, and I was running another company that I owned in the automotive industry off the farm. And of course, that happened. The economy went south in 2008, and so there was a lot of things happening. But, you know, you say your prayers and you ask God for guidance, and He guides you. You might not always like the way He guides you, but you pick it up and you go down that road that you think He's leading you. And He'll bless you. Every day He will. And He blessed me and led me to the woman that I'm married to today, Jane Blystone. We grew that farm into what it is today. We now operate a retail butcher shop, bakery, restaurant, tap room, and an event center. We employ a little over 50 people, and my staff is wonderful. They work hard for us. You know, when I brought this endeavor to my wife and told her what I was thinking, after I said several prayers about it, and I felt that, you know, that pointing, that weight on my shoulder. Because by gosh, I didn't want to be in politics. I've never thought about being in politics my whole entire life. I despise politicians. You know, these folks, we hire them year after year. We always elect the lesser of the two evils, and we always expect a better outcome. And that outcome never comes. And come December, I was hoping, my gosh, I hope somebody jumps into this race that I can put my name behind, my money behind, and get a good candidate, a good God-fearing candidate elected. That person never came. So I started praying, okay, God, I need you right now. I need you to bring somebody to us that's going to work for the people, because we don't got that. We don't have any representation. And I said that prayer 10 times, and he kept on pointing. Joe, that's you. That's you. So I said another prayer. I said, Lord, I know you got a sense of humor. I'm just a blue-collar worker. I'm just a farmer. I run a business. I love people, community. This can't be me. What the heck do I know about running a state? And he kept pointing. So my next prayer was, okay, you know, I'll do this if this is what you want me to do. I said, but I got to present this to my wife, and please don't let her kill me. So her, you know, she was like, okay, how are you going to do this, Joe? You work 7 days a week. You work 14 hours a day. How are you going to do this? How are you going to campaign? That's a full-time job. I said, I don't know. I said, the Lord will provide the answers. And he did. My staff took over everything that I do on the farm. It's amazing. So here I am in front of you folks, pleading with you. We got to save this state. You know, people ask me, who's running your campaign, Joe? I got a nurse and a teacher. In 3 months of running this campaign, we have representation in all 88 counties. That doesn't happen without God. You know, we got a lot of mess in this state. Our education system is in a world of trouble. You know, this critical race theory, 1619 project. You know, we got to say no, folks. You know, the point, you know, what are these people thinking? You know, they're going to teach racism in our schools. That's all they're doing. We got to come together. This country is so volatile right now. It's like a powder keg ready to blow. We got to bring people together with some love. Wrap ourselves around each other and say, you know what? We might not agree on everything every day, but there's a commonality in between us. We got to find that. We got to get into situations that we're uncomfortable with. You know, it's easy to be in your inner circle. Those people support you. But you need to go into places that people don't agree with what you agree with. Maybe they don't look like you. Maybe if you live in a rural town or countryside, maybe you need to go into the city, meet some of these people. That's the only way we're going to bring people together. We got a big job in front of us, a big job. You know, every speech I give, I tell folks, the only way we can change the system is take over the system. You know, we conservatives, we like to stay in our lane. We like to work hard, take care of our families, go to church, go to school, and not get out of that bubble we're in. Folks, the time is now to start fighting. You know, I had some ladies come up to me the other day and they said, you know, Joe, we're Christian people. We don't fight. And I said, have you ever read the Bible? So we have to fight. There's a lot of fighting going on in the Bible. We have to stand up for conservatism, for righteous, for Christianity. We're in a spiritual war, folks. God will provide the armor. He'll provide the tools you need to win. I guarantee you. Say your prayers. Let Him guide you. We can win this. We can take over. Not only this state, but this country. You know, people ask me, they say, Joe, what makes you think you have what it takes to run this state? You never been in politics. You don't have any kind of experience. You're not a suit and tie guy. You don't have an MBA degree. And I always say, well, you know, I can balance a checkbook. I can put a team together to do what needs to be done in my business. I can surround myself with good, God-fearing people. That's what it takes. That's what it takes. I always tell them, I say, you know what? That's who we hire year after year. Polished speakers, MBA degrees, usually lawyers, suit and tie guys, and look at the mess we're in today. Folks, we need to trump the... Okay. Okay, devil, we're not going to let you win here. Folks, we're going to trump this state. I'm just waiting for somebody to point at me because I'm not paying attention to time, so I'll just keep on talking. So anyway, we got a big job in front of us. I can't do this alone. I need each and every one of you. If you like what you're hearing, if you want to get on our team, if you want to help us, volunteer, set up fundraising events, help raise money, because it's going to take a lot of it, folks, a lot of it. But you know what we have? We have the people. We have the people. Don't let the establishment say, well, you don't have it and you can't get it. I say, bull crap. Folks, I got a lot of determination and grit. I love when somebody tells me I can't do something. I am going to prove you wrong. You know, if you're on social media, please like our page and share it. You've probably seen some nonsense that some of the, the other candidates who haven't jumped into the ring yet, sharing some stuff. I'm not a politician, and by all means, I'm not going to cover up my past. My past is my past, and I'll own it. If anybody wants to ask me a question about my past, it's an open book. It's my past. I'm not a Boy Scout. I've done some stupid things in life. Absolutely. My 20s was a disaster. But guess what? The struggles I have made me into the man I am today. We see all this legislation coming out of Washington. The H.R. 1 bill, the equality bill, the gun right legislation. It's a mess, folks. We as Ohioans have to say, you know what, folks? You guys in Washington, you do whatever the heck you want. This is our state. We'll take care of it, and you're not bringing that garbage into this state. Our Constitution is an amazing thing. We need to start enacting our Constitution and follow it. For some reason, we've gotten away from that. We need somebody running this state that's not afraid to say, hey, this is Ohio. Washington, you stay over there. Governor DeSantis and Governor Kristi Noem are rock stars. I'm a farmer, folks. I can run this state. So we got a lot of work to do. I need your help. We got to get that tyrant out of there. I'm all about doing what you want for you. The government should not be telling us what we should be doing, what we should be putting into our bodies. That's nonsense. By gosh, I don't see one mask in this place. Hallelujah, we got immune systems. That's right, ma'am. I'm a farmer. When you grow corn, you grow beans, you grow cattle, you put the right stuff in it, make sure the right pH, fertilizer, feed, water, sunshine. It'll flourish, it'll grow. Your body's the same way. Put the right stuff in it, and your body will take care of you. And folks, if you got kids, quit putting all that chemical sloth from Burger King, McDonald's, and Taco Bell into their body. The food manufacturers are over here. They make you sick. The medical industry is over here. They give you a pill. Come on, let's wisen up. It's not hard. Yes, sir. Look like you want to ask a question.
Joe, you ready to go?
Absolutely.
Good. This question comes in online from Dennis. Not sure where Dennis is from, but that's okay. Should the Pledge of Allegiance be mandatory in public schools?
Absolutely, yes, sir. Not only should the Pledge of Allegiance be mandatory, but we need to have God back in school.
The next one comes in and there's no name, it's anonymous. Normally I don't answer anonymous stuff or anything like that, but it came in nonetheless. So let's give it a go, okay?
Oh, okay.
If elected, how will you align yourself with America First policies demonstrated by President Trump?
Well, we're going right down that path. You know, folks, we need less government, less taxation, and folks, everybody asks me, they said, or they don't ask me, they tell me, they say, Joe, we want you to be our leader. Folks, I don't want to be your leader. So let's just throw that out the back door. I want to be your representative. I want to take your voice to the highest seat in this state and bring the power back to you folks.
Good afternoon, Mr. Blystone. I'm curious if you could talk about maybe your strategy and how you would go about extraditing the state of Ohio from federal government entanglements.
Well, that's a great question. Oh, that's a big one. You know, I guess without trying to get into the nitty-gritty of this, because, we just need to follow our Constitution. Here's one thing, we need to quit taking money. The money always comes with strings. Why can't we, as Ohioans, be independent in running our state the way we want it, the way it should be run, in all facets, all levels, from education to health care to Medicaid? Let's run it in a way that it's good for the people. Yes, ma'am.
I'm just curious how you plan to get your name and your message out to other counties that are very blue, that are very Democrat. Because, I believe in everything that you're saying, but where I work and live, that is not the case. So how are you going to get out there and, spread your message?
Well, you're going to help me in your neighborhood. We'll get your name and we'll put you on the volunteer list.
All right.
The political establishment has never seen a grassroots effort like's happening today. If you follow some of our social media, it has grown vast, wide, and furious. We're about a million engagements in about a 7-day stint. So don't tell me people aren't paying attention. We the people. We're going to break the mold.
Hey, Joe, I'm Mike. I'm from Shaker Heights. I have two beautiful girls who are in 8th grade and just about going into 10th grade. And I think there comes a point where we got to admit we have really failed the conservative movement around education, right? I mean, I love Betsy DeVoe, but what did she accomplish besides maybe opening a few more charter schools? And it's not her fault. It's the conservative movement. When the Democrats took control, within a month, Shaker Heights got a diversity leader, a vice president of diversity in a freaking high school. A month after that, they started talking about, the 1619 Project. And I'm telling you, I get that literature at home because I'm listening in on their Zoom calls.
Yes, sir.
They just told my daughter, who's going into 11th grade next year, that as a requirement, every senior must take a political class. Now, you know what that's going to be all about, right? So IBM was brilliant 40 years ago by putting their laptops and PCs into the hands of students. 20 years ago, Apple was brilliant by they got all of their technology into the hands of kids. What the heck are we doing? I'm telling you, my daughter, she literally says, Dad, if any of your views were talked about online, I'd be bullied, I'd be sent to another room. Now, I'm fortunate enough that she's a strong girl, and nobody's going to tell her what to do. But I'm telling you, we are getting our lunch eaten in the educational world, and just saying, well, I don't want critical race theory, or just saying join the parent board at the school is not enough. They took control in November, and in January, they've put in diversity leaders, 16, I mean, they've
Well,
got a plan.
Here's what we're gonna do, sir, and I'm excited about this. Obviously, the current governor appoints the majority of the folks on the state teachers board. We're gonna replace all those folks with good, God-fearing people. And then we're going to pass a bill, just like West Virginia and a few other states, a backpack bill. What the backpack bill is, it's a savings account for children. This savings account is the monies that's given to the schools to run those schools. And if you send your child to public school, charter school, if you keep your child at home, that money follows that child. What that'll do is now put that public school system in a scenario that they're running a business. They're going to stop indoctrinating kids, and now they're going to start educating, because they know that if they don't, a lot of parents are going to jerk their kids out of that school.
Mr. Blystone, I really love your platform, and I'm sure a lot of people here do. But my question is how do you plan to appeal to the urban voter so that we can ensure that we're going to beat a Democrat candidate?
Well, here's what we want. As we know, on the face, Trump won this state by 8 points. If you really follow the data, and you follow my good friend, Dr. Douglas Frank, we can prove that Trump won this state by 15 points. By the way, Dr. Frank and I has an appointment with Secretary LaRose at the end of this month, and we're going to show him all the fraud. I'm going to say publicly today that if Secretary LaRose wants to keep his job, he better listen, or we're going to fire him.
Joe, I know you're a great supporter of liberty and also a business owner. We're hearing from a lot of Republicans that business owners should be able to do whatever they want regarding vaccine mandates. As a business owner, would you feel that the state intervening on behalf of the individual to prevent a business owner from infringing on our bodily integrity is a problem?
We're supporting health freedom, plain and simple. No vaccine passports, no businesses mandating any kind of anything going into your body.
Thank you.
I'm Michael Bezic from Parma, and the one question that's bothered me for a long time is what is your opinion on the medical procedure that charges somebody who does not have insurance $10,000 and somebody who does have insurance $500? Why can't they all be charged the same? Why can't there be a law to dictate that?
That's some policy that probably needs fixed. It's interesting that if you got insurance and you go in and get a procedure, usually the rates are charged higher from the hospital, If you ask them, and obviously you got to pay your deductible. So you might have a procedure that has $1,000, $5,000 deductible, and then you find out that it would have been cheaper for you just to pay out of your pocket cash than going through your medical insurance. That don't make no sense to me. I've been in that boat, you know, so I always ask them, you know, a long time we didn't have insurance. So we learned these tricks that they do. But as you see, they're building these big hospitals on every corner. It's a problem. We need to fix the system.
Hi, I'm actually from Strongsville. I was wondering, you said you're pro-Constitution. I was wondering, regarding the Second Amendment, specifically how you feel about all types of firearms and the stand your ground laws in Ohio.
Well, this tyrant that we have tried to put a red flag law in his budget proposal. That's nonsense. You know, I believe that Ohio should be a Second Amendment sanctuary state, plain and simple. It's our constitutional right to bear arms, protect our families, protect our communities against the government.
Hi, Mr. Blystone. Thanks for being here. You are a breath of fresh air.
Thank you.
I find myself at 50 really jumping into politics this year more than I ever have. And you've given me some faith being here today. You're salt of the earth, and you have my respect as a farmer. I'm a butcher's daughter. My father was a gun dealer. I remember loading shotgun shells on his lap as a kid. He loved this country as well, and I'm now a small farmer, 4 years now, out in Geauga County, Ohio, and some of the farmers out there are the hardest working people I know, sun up to sundown. Less and less they're making an income. Walmart, taking over the dairy industry. People are losing their land. People like Bill Gates are coming in over 8,000 acres in Ohio alone, being bought up by him. That's just in Ohio. If you were to be governor, what would you do to help protect farmers, the industry, their contracts that they have to have Monsanto seeds, which are essentially poison, as well as protecting the land in which they live on from people that come in from the outside, bite up. So basically, infiltration versus invasion. How are you going to protect our farmers?
Well, you know, farming is my life. We can't grow more farmland. You know, we allow some things that are being done here in this state to take over big swaths of farmland, especially down in Highland, Brown, Clinton counties. I believe there's some over here in the western part of the state too, big solar fields. This is a problem, folks. Good tillable land. We're letting big swaths, 13, 14,000 acre swaths. You know, we have a lot of land in this state. Why are we not, hey, if you want to, I believe there's a place for renewable energy as a supplement, and a supplement only. Why aren't we not building these types of projects on industrial land, down the middle of the highways, over parking lots, on rooftops of warehouses? That's what we should be doing, not in ag land. And, you know, one thing about these green energy projects, subsidies from you and I, folks. You and I. We need to take the subsidies out of that. If they want to build these projects, let them build these projects on their own credits, not our backs.
Hey, Joe, one more, and this one comes in online from Diane Giamaria. She says, I have one question. On day one, what is your first priority?
Well, the first priority obviously will be the budget. The budget will have to be proposed, and we're going to save this state a lot of money. You know, the great thing about it, you know, we're going to propose a lesser budget, a smaller budget. Our budget in this state is terrible. We have 11.7 million people in this state and $75 billion budget. You know, my definition of a budget is $100. You can't spend no more than $100. So how in the world are we spending $140 billion in this state? And then if you've ever looked at the budget, it's far, vast, deep, and wide, and very elusive. We can't even see where our money goes, and it's our money. We need to make the budget transparent so anybody can get on a website and see where the money's going.
Joe, thank you so much for your message, for your time. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.